Hey, good morning, badass butterflies. I love this league of badass butterflies. It feels so good. Um, it's Crystal Lynn, and this morning I am talking about limiting beliefs because these are the things that are sabotaging us more than anything. Subconscious limiting beliefs are really dangerous because they are subconscious. They are below the level of our awareness, and we don't know that they are functioning. So, another reason to do your daily practice of meditation and stillness every morning is so that you can take the time to explore your mind, your conscious thoughts, your conscious um, beliefs, but also your subconscious thoughts, your subconscious beliefs. Now, how do you find your subconscious beliefs? Well, it is a real process, but here's how it works in a nutshell. I'm going to just give you my process. And this is what I give to all my students and all my clients. It's what I make them do. And for people who are not um, they're not really into the healing process, they hate this process and they never follow it through, but they also don't get the results, okay? For those of you who love healing processes and you don't mind the slowness of sitting down and exploring and feeling and imagining and just patiently waiting for things to kind of come to you, then you'll love the process. And, I'll teach this. We're going to be starting a membership program in April. Or I'm sorry, I think it starts May 1st, but I'm going to start talking about it in April. Um, And I'm going to go into it in great detail because in that membership, it's going to be all about mindset, which is 100% what you need to have aligned if you're going to be really successful as a spiritual life coach. The emphasis in the membership will be mindset, and beliefs are a big part of mindset. But here's the process in a nutshell. The first thing you need to do is become aware of an area in your life that's bugging you. All right. So, for example, you are bugged by something that somebody said. Okay, that's a trigger. Then, what you have to do is understand the um, emphasis that you are placing on that trigger. And the reason I'm saying it this way is because the same event, the same thing that triggers you may not trigger me. And the depth of our triggers, even if we're both triggered by the same event, why we're triggered by that event is not going to be necessarily the same thing, okay, the same reason. And certainly the origins of our reasons are not going to come from the same place. So, what you have to do is understand what meaning you're putting on that triggering event. So, let's say that your new boyfriend uh, doesn't respond to your text message like he normally does, okay? So, he's been responding every day, and then all of a sudden, he goes 3 days and doesn't write, okay? And you feel a certain way inside. Okay, so what meaning are you giving that event? And if you look inside, maybe you say, well, that means that I've been ghosted, or it means that he's having an affair with someone else, right? I've just disappeared from his life. He's having an affair. Somebody else has replaced me. Okay. And then what you do is you say, well, why does that feel important? Why does it feel important that you've been ghosted, that he has found someone else, and that he's having an affair, and you're no longer the only woman in his life? Okay. So, do you see how these are different interpretations? I interpreted it that way as the example. That's not actually how I interpret this kind of situation, but that's how I'm interpreting it in that example. And that certainly is a reasonable example, isn't it? We know lots of people who have been in that situation, and I too have been in that situation thinking, oh my God, this is what's happening. Okay. That's the meaning that you put on. The next thing you have to do now is question your own meaning. So the next question you have to ask yourself is, well, why does this meaning seem so important? Why does it seem important that I'm not the only woman in his life? Now, you might be saying, well, everybody feels that they want to be the only person in their lover's life if they've agreed to a monogamous relationship. Everybody feels that way. Why are you asking me to look at that? Well, because your reason for wanting that is the lens through which you see the world. So let's say that I say, well, if I'm not the only woman in his life, then it means that I have no value as a woman. Whoa. Now that is a core belief because in this situation, it is showing you a core belief that's functioning, not just in this situation, but in a lot of different situations. So you discover that I'm not worthwhile as a woman. I'm not worthy as a woman. I'm not a worthy woman. Okay, that's the core belief that's functioning with this guy. Well, if you do a little bit of an inventory of yourself, and let's say you look at how you're doing in your work and how much money you're getting paid, you might find that at the center of your income, the core belief that's affecting your income is also, I'm not a worthy woman, so I'm not worthy of being paid. And if you are experiencing a situation where you're having some health issues, let's say that maybe you're dealing with breast cancer, and you do some work and you trace it back and you realize that this limiting belief, this core subconscious belief of I'm not a worthy woman, is keeping you in a situation where you are attracting circumstances that put you in a position of being worthless. Things just don't go well for you. Now, I mentioned breast cancer, and I don't want you to think that I think that breast cancer is a symptom of unworthiness. However, I'm speaking from experience, not from my experience, but the experience of my mom who died from breast cancer, breast mets that spread to her brain and pancreas and liver. Okay. My mom had a lump in her breast, and because of unworthiness, it took her a year to get her ass to the doctor to get it looked at. And it just so happened that my mom had this triple something breast cancer that spread really fast. It went from I'm not here to I'm fucking here eating you alive in a matter of a very short time. The woman didn't stand a chance. So that core belief of my mom's that she's not worth going to the doctor, I'm not going to deal with that. Oh, I don't want to look at it. It's all stemming from the same idea. This is where I'm coming up with this as an example. All right. So, oh my God, I've been going on for 10 minutes already. I'm sorry. That is my talk. And that's how you discover your hidden limiting subconscious belief. Please, my friends, take the time to sit down with yourself every day. When you're triggered, do something about it. Don't ignore your triggers. Don't just vent about them. Do something about them. And if you don't know what to do about your triggers, if you don't know how to take care of yourself, if you don't know how to manage your emotions and move yourself to a higher level of existence, then consider working with me on a one-on-one level. I'm glad you're in this group, but there's only so much I can do for you in this group. If you really want to move further, then please take this seriously. You can work with me just as your coach, and I will, oh, oh, I will help you. I, I will, I, I will take you there. I will take you to the core of your being if you let me. All right. I will help you transform. I'm good at that. That's my gift. All right, my friend, I look forward to seeing you whenever I can. All right, please feel free to comment, react to this video. I appreciate that. All right, sending you lots of love. Bye for now.